Welcome back to Talk English Daily. I am Emma.
And I am Jake. Today we are tackling a traveler's worst nightmare. You look at the departure board and you see that dreaded word in red letters, delayed, or even worse, canceled.
It is a stressful situation, but it is also a perfect opportunity to use some advanced, real-life English. In this video, we are going to roleplay a full situation at the airports. We will cover how to express frustration naturally, how to speak to airline staff to get a new flight, and most importantly, how to ask for compensation.
That is right. We want you to listen to the phrases we use, learn the vocabulary, and be ready to use it on your next trip. We're going to act out a scene where our flight is delayed, causing us to miss a connecting flight. This is going to be a long, detailed lesson, so get ready. Let's jump into the first scene. We are standing in front of the departure screen.
Jake, do you see our flight number? It's BA249 to London.
Let me check. I'm looking at the screen now. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me.
What? What is it? Is it boarding yet?
No, Emma, look right there. It says delayed.
Delayed? For how long? Our layover in London is only 90 minutes. If we're delayed even a little bit, we're going to miss our connection to New York.
It says the new departure time is 4 p.m. That's a 3-hour delay. We're definitely going to miss the connecting flight. This is a disaster.
Okay, take a deep breath. We need to figure this out. Why is it delayed? Did they make an announcement?
I didn't hear anything. It usually says operational issues or weather conditions on the app, but mine just says delayed. I'm so frustrated. We have that meeting tomorrow morning.
I know, it's incredibly annoying, but getting angry at the screen won't help. We need to be proactive. We need to talk to a gate agent immediately before the line gets too long.
You're right. Look at that line over there. It's already getting massive. Everyone on our flight is trying to rebook at the same time.
Okay, let's pause the scene right there for a moment, Jake. Let's explain some of the vocabulary we just used for our listeners.
Good idea. First, I use the phrase, "You've got to be kidding me." This is a very common native way to express shock or annoyance. It's much more natural than just saying, "I'm angry."
Exactly. And then I mentioned the word layover. A layover is the time you spend at an airport waiting for your next flight. I also mentioned the word connection. Your connecting flight is the second plane you take to get to your final destination.
Then I said, "This is a disaster." We use strong words like disaster or nightmare in English when we're stressed about travel, even if it's not a literal disaster. It adds emphasis to how we feel.
And finally, I said we need to be proactive. To be proactive means to take action before a problem gets worse. In this context, it means going to the desk immediately instead of just sitting and waiting.
Okay, are you ready to jump back into the role play?
Yes. So the situation is our flight is delayed by 3 hours and we've missed our connection. We are now walking up to the airline counter to talk to the customer service agent. I'll play the role of the upset passenger, and Jake, you can be the airline agent this time.
Got it. I'm the agent. Next passenger, please.
Hi, excuse me. We just saw on the board that flight BA249 is delayed by 3 hours.
Yes, unfortunately, we're experiencing some technical difficulties with the aircraft. We have to wait for a maintenance crew to sign off on the repairs.
I understand these things happen, but this delay is going to cause a major problem for us. We have a connecting flight to New York from London, and with this 3-hour delay, we're going to miss it. We're stranded.
Let me pull up your reservation. Can I have your booking reference number or your passports, please?
Here are our passports. The situation is quite urgent because we have to be in New York by tomorrow morning for work. What are our options?
Okay, let me take a look at the system. I see your reservation here. Yes, the connection time is too short now. The system has automatically flagged it.
Can you rebook us on a different flight? Maybe one with a partner airline? We really cannot afford to wait until tomorrow.
I am checking availability now. There is another flight leaving in 2 hours, but it is with a different carrier.
At this point, we don't care about the carrier. We just need to get to New York. Can you transfer our tickets to that flight?
Give me one moment to see if I can endorse your ticket to that airline. It looks like they have 2 seats left in economy.
Please grab them for us. Also, since this delay is due to a technical fault and not weather, are we entitled to any vouchers for food while we wait?
Yes, since the delay is over 2 hours, I can issue you both a meal voucher worth $20 each. You can use them at any restaurant in the terminal.
Okay, that is helpful. But what about our bags? Will they be transferred automatically to the new flight?
I will have to re-tag them in the system. Since you haven't boarded yet, it should be fine. But please double-check your baggage claim tags when I print the new boarding passes.
Thank you. Please go ahead and book that new flight.
Okay, cutting the scene there. That was a really important interaction. Emma, you used some great phrases there.
Thanks, Jake. I want to highlight the phrase, "we are stranded." To be stranded means you are stuck somewhere and you cannot leave or move forward. It is a powerful word to make the agent understand your desperate situation.
And you asked, what are our options? This is the best open-ended question to ask. Instead of demanding one thing, you let the agent tell you what is possible.
I also asked if I was entitled to any vouchers. Entitled to means, do I have the right to get this? It is a formal but very polite way to ask for free things like food or hotels.
And notice how I, as the agent, mentioned technical difficulties. This is the magic phrase. If the delay is technical, it is the airline's fault. If it is weather, it is not their fault. You always need to listen for that distinction because it decides if you get money or not.
Exactly. Now, let's take this a step further. We have rebooked the flight, but the new flight is much later and we arrive very late. We want to discuss actual monetary compensation for the inconvenience. This is the hardest part for many English learners because it feels intimidating.
It does, but you have to be firm. So let's switch roles. Emma, you're the agent, and I am the passenger who is not happy about the delay and wants cash compensation, not just a meal voucher.
Okay, I'm the agent.
Excuse me, I have my new boarding passes, but I have a question about compensation.
We have already given you the meal voucher, sir.
I know, and I appreciate that. However, under the aviation regulations, since this flight was delayed due to a maintenance issue within the airline's control, and we are arriving at our final destination more than 4 hours late, I believe we are eligible for financial compensation.
Well, usually you have to file a claim on our website for that. I cannot give you cash here at the desk.
I understand you might not have cash at the desk, but I would like you to note on my file that I requested this. Also, could you provide me with a written statement confirming the reason for the delay? I will need it for my travel insurance claim and when I file the formal complaint with the airline.
I can print out a delay verification form for you. It states the cause was operational.
Thank you. Does operational cover maintenance? I just want to be sure there is no ambiguity.
Yes, it covers maintenance. Here's the form.
Thank you. One last thing. Since we are now stuck here for another 4 hours, can we get access to the airline lounge? The terminal is very crowded and we need to work.
Since you're flying economy, lounge access isn't included.
I understand it is not included in the ticket, but given the significant inconvenience and the fact that this is the airline's fault, can you make a one-time exception? We've been very patient.
Let me see what I can do. I can give you a day pass for the business lounge as a gesture of goodwill.
Thank you. I really appreciate your help.
Okay, cut. Jake, you were very polite, but very firm.
That's the secret. You never want to yell. If you yell, they stop helping you. I use the phrase, eligible for financial compensation. This sounds professional.
And you asked for a written statement. This is crucial. If you don't get it in writing, they might change the story later.
Then I use the phrase ambiguity. I said, I want to be sure there is no ambiguity. This means I want to be sure everything is clear with no confusion.
Finally, you used gesture of goodwill. This is a phrase airlines use when they give you something extra like lounge access, just to be nice and keep you happy as a customer.
Precisely. So we have covered the initial shock, rebooking the ticket, and asking for compensation. But the conversation isn't over yet. We still have to deal with what happens when we actually get on the plane and maybe sit on the tarmac.
Oh, the tarmac delay. That is another nightmare.
Listeners, are you following so far? We are going to move into the next section of our script where we talk about boarding and dealing with delays while you are actually sitting in the seat.
But before we do that, I want to review 3 key words we just learned. stranding, eligible, and ambiguity.
Try to say them out loud right now. Stranded, eligible, ambiguity.
Perfect. Now, let's imagine we finally got our new tickets, we went to the lounge, we ate some food, and now we're heading to the new gate.
But wait, when we get to the gate, the screen says boarding, but nobody's moving.
Oh no, not again. Let's act this out. We're standing at the gate.
It says boarding, but the door is closed. Why is everyone just standing around?
I don't know. I'm going to ask the gate agent again.
You go ahead. I'll watch the bags.
Excuse me, is the flight boarding soon? The screen says final call, but the door isn't open.
We are just waiting for the cabin crew to finish their safety checks. We should be boarding in 10 minutes.
To Jake, they said 10 minutes, safety checks.
10 minutes usually turns into 30 minutes in airline time.
Don't be so pessimistic. At least we have a confirmed seat.
That is true. By the way, listeners, pessimistic means thinking the worst will happen. The opposite is optimistic.
I am trying to be optimistic.
Okay, let's fast forward. We're finally on the plane. We're in our seats, seatbelts fastened, but the plane isn't moving.
The pilot comes on the speaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are currently third in line for takeoff, but due to air traffic control congestion, we have been asked to hold our position for another 20 minutes. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened.
As passenger, air traffic control congestion? What does that mean?
It means there are too many planes trying to take off or land at the same time. It's like a traffic jam in the sky.
Great, so we're just sitting here. I'm so thirsty. Can I ask for water?
The seatbelt sign is on. You have to wait. But look, the flight attendant is walking by. You can try.
Excuse me.
Yes? Please keep your seatbelt fastened.
I know, but we've been sitting here for 45 minutes. Could I possibly get a glass of water? It is getting very warm in here.
I am sorry. We cannot start the service until we are airborne. However, let me see if I can bring you a cup of water quickly before we push back.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's pause. Airborne. That means when the plane is actually in the air flying.
And push back, that is when the special truck pushes the airplane backwards away from the gate so it can start the engines.
You also used a very polite structure. Could I possibly get? When you're stuck on a plane and the crew is stressed, being extra polite is the only way to get what you want.
That is so true. Being rude to flight attendants never works.
So we've covered the gate, the desk, and the plane. But what happens if you miss your connection and have to sleep at the airport?
Oh, the overnight delay. That is the final boss level of travel problems.
Exactly. In the next part of this video, we're going to talk about overnight accommodation, hotel vouchers, and how to handle your luggage when you have to stay overnight unexpectedly.
Stay tuned, because the vocabulary for hotel vouchers and shuttles is very specific. You don't want to pay for a hotel room if the airline is supposed to pay for it.
Right. We'll continue this story in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the second part of our Travel English series. We are still at the airport, and things have gone from bad to worse.
That is right. In the last section, we were sitting on the plane waiting to take off. But now, imagine this. The pilot announces that the flight is canceled completely due to the crew exceeding their legal flying hours. It is 11 p.m. and there are no more flights until tomorrow morning.
This is the moment many travelers panic. You're tired, you're hungry, and you have nowhere to sleep. But you need to stay calm and know exactly what to ask for. We're going to role-play the conversation at the service desk for an overnight delay.
I will be the tired passenger this time. And Emma, you can be the airline agent again.
Okay, I am ready. Next passenger, please.
Hi, we were on the flight that just got canceled. Since we have to wait until tomorrow morning, I'm assuming the airline is going to provide us with overnight accommodation.
Yes, sir. We are currently arranging hotel rooms for all affected passengers.
Great. Which hotel is it? And is it on the airport grounds or do we need to take a shuttle?
We have booked you into the Airport Marriott. It's not inside the terminal, but it is just 5 minutes away. There's a complimentary shuttle bus that runs every 20 minutes from curb 3 on the arrivals level.
Okay, complimentary shuttle. That is good. Here's my next question. Our checked luggage is already on the plane. Can we get our bags back for the night? We have all our toiletries and fresh clothes in there.
Unfortunately, due to security regulations and staffing, we cannot retrieve checked bags tonight. They will remain secured for the morning flight.
That is really inconvenient. We don't have toothbrushes, toothpaste, or a change of clothes. Does the airline provide an overnight kit or an amenity kit for this situation?
Yes, I can give you these overnight kits. They contain a toothbrush, toothpaste, a comb, and a sleeping mask.
Thank you. And one more question regarding food. The meal vouchers you gave us earlier are expired. Will the hotel provide breakfast or do we get another voucher?
The hotel voucher includes a breakfast buffet tomorrow morning. Here's the voucher for the hotel room, and here's the voucher for the breakfast. Please present these at the hotel front desk when you check in.
Thank you. And what time do we need to be back here tomorrow?
Your new flight is at 9 a.m. Since you already have your boarding passes and your bags are checked, you just need to clear security again. I recommend being here by 7:30 a.m.
Understood. Thanks for your help.
Scene. Okay, Jake, that was a very smooth conversation. You got the hotel, the shuttle info, and the overnight kit.
I tried to be direct. I used the phrase overnight accommodation. This is the formal way to say a place to sleep. If you just say, I want a bed, it sounds a bit childish. Accommodation is the professional word.
And you asked about the shuttle. A shuttle is a bus that goes back and forth between two places, usually for free. You also use the word complimentary.
Yes, complimentary is a fancy word for free. You see this a lot in hotels and airlines. Complimentary breakfast, complimentary water, complimentary shuttle.
Then you asked for an overnight kit or amenity kit. This is so important. If you don't ask, they often won't give it to you. It usually has a cheap toothbrush and maybe some deodorant. It's not much, but it helps when you don't have your luggage.
And notice how I reacted when you said we couldn't get our bags. I didn't scream, but I said that is really inconvenient. It registers my complaint without being aggressive.
Exactly. Now let's talk about a different scenario. Sometimes the airline runs out of hotel vouchers because there are too many canceled flights. This happens during big storms.
Oh, that's a tricky one. If the airline says we have no more rooms, what do? You have to book your own hotel.
Right. Let's role play that short interaction. I am the passenger. You are the agent who has run out of vouchers.
I am sorry, ma'am, but all our partner hotels are fully booked. We don't have any more vouchers available at this moment.
So what should I do? Sleep on the floor?
You are welcome to stay in the terminal, or you can find a hotel on your own.
If I book a hotel on my own, will the airline reimburse me for the cost?
Yes, keep your receipt. We will reimburse reasonable accommodation costs up to $200.
What constitutes reasonable? I don't want to book a room and then have you refuse to pay.
Usually, a standard room at a 3-star hotel is considered reasonable. Just do not book the presidential suite at a luxury hotel.
Okay, and does that reimbursement cover taxi fare to the hotel if there's no shuttle?
Yes, we will reimburse ground transportation as well. Just make sure you keep the printed receipt, not just the credit card slip. You will need to upload it to our claims portal.
Okay, I will book something myself and file the claim later.
Cut. That word reimburse is the gold nugget here.
Yes, reimburse means you pay first and they pay you back later. It is different from a voucher where the airline pays directly.
Many people are scared to book their own hotel because they think they will lose money. But if the delay is the airline's fault, or even sometimes if it is weather, they have a policy to reimburse you. But you must ask the question, will you reimburse me?
And you warned me about keeping the receipt and not just the credit card slip, but the itemized receipt. That is a detail that saves you a lot of money.
So, we have survived the night. We slept at a hotel, we used our little toothbrush kit, and now it is the next morning. We're back at the airport looking at the screen again.
And guess what? The gate has changed. It was gate A10, but now it says gate B45. That's on the other side of the terminal.
We have to run! But wait, let's learn the English for this situation first. When a gate changes, you usually hear an announcement. Attention passengers on flight BA249, there has been a gate change.
Let's practice asking for directions when you're in a rush. This is urgent English.
Okay, role play time. We're running. I see a security guard.
Excuse me, we're in a huge rush. Our gate just changed to B45. What is the quickest way to get there?
You need to take the Skylink train. Go up those escalators and take the blue line. It's the second stop.
The Skylink train? Can we walk? We don't want to wait for the train.
It is too far to walk. You will miss it. The train comes every 2 minutes. Go now.
Okay, thank you. Run, Jake.
Okay, catch your breath. Skylink, or tram, or people mover. These are words for the trains inside airports.
And asking what is the quickest way is better than just where is it, because it tells the person you're in a hurry.
We made it to the gate. We're sweating, but we made it. We get on the plane, finally.
The flight goes smoothly. We land in New York. We're so happy. We go to the baggage claim carousel.
The carousel is that moving belt where the bags come out. We wait and wait and wait.
Everyone else has their bags. The belt stops moving. Our bags are not there.
Oh, come on. After all that?
We have to go to the baggage service office. This is the last stop on our journey of bad luck.
Listeners, this is the lost luggage script. This is vital.
I will be the angry passenger. You be the agent at the baggage office.
Okay, I'm ready.
Hi, we just arrived on the flight from London. The carousel has stopped, but our bags didn't come out.
Can I see your baggage claim tags, please? These are the little stickers they stuck to the back of your boarding pass.
Here they are. We had 2 large suitcases, one red, one black.
Let me scan these numbers. It looks like your bags didn't make the transfer in time for the morning flight. They're on the next flight arriving at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.? We cannot wait here until 2 p.m. We have to go to our meeting.
Don't worry, you don't have to wait. We can set up a delivery service.
Will you deliver them to our hotel? Is there a charge for that?
No charge. It's the airline's responsibility. I just need the address of where you're staying in New York.
Okay, we're staying at the Hilton Midtown. Here's the address. When can we expect the bags to be delivered?
The flight lands at 2 p.m. It takes about 2 hours to process. They should be at your hotel by 6 p.m. tonight.
Okay, and since our bags are delayed and we have nothing to wear for our meeting this afternoon, can we buy some clothes?
Yes, since the bags are delayed more than 24 hours from your original arrival time, you have an allowance for interim expenses. You can buy a suit or necessary clothing. Keep the receipts.
What is the daily limit?
It's up to $100 per day per person.
Okay, we will go buy some shirts. Please give me a file reference number for this claim.
Here is your PIR number. That stands for Property Irregularity Report. You can track your bags online with this code.
Thank you.
And scene. We made it to the end of the nightmare trip.
We did. We covered delays, cancellations, hotels, running to gates, and lost luggage.
And we learned the term interim expenses. This means money you spend in the meantime while you wait for your stuff.
And PIR, Property Irregularity Report. Never leave the airport without that number if your bags are lost.
We hope you never have a trip this bad, but if you do, now you have the English power to handle it like a pro.
We are Talk English Daily. If you found this role play helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe.
Let us know in the comments, have you ever slept at an airport? Tell us your story in English.
Thanks for watching and see you in the next lesson.
Safe travels, everyone. Bye.